Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cropper here. I want to talk to you about spelling lists. This is I've figured out a very general way to give advice on this. It's one thing to make lesson plans, which I hope to do, and each lesson plan will have some relevant spelling words, so the kids will have like 20 words per week or something like that, or 10 when they're younger, whatever, and 5 of them from literature, the current subjects, and 5 of them from what they're doing in science, and 5 of them from some historical thing, and then 5 weird homonyms or something like that, or contractions, different things like that. And that can all be done, but for those of you who are still waiting for the book I'm planning to write on that kind of stuff, you'll just have to make do with the following bit of advice. I gave the kids a spelling list, 10 words, and they missed quite a few of them, but they were able to spell a couple of them just perfect. They didn't have, all 3. I'm talking about the older kids here. How to Tutor by Samuel Blumenfeld. Very good book with just lists of the regular spellings. The kid has to learn CK and double N and all the different things that can happen. And it puts those in there in lists, and you give the kid 5 or 6 words at a time and just go over them in order. But for the older kids, I don't have a systematic book like that. The key is I gave them a list and gave them a spelling test on it before, to assess how well they would do, before I assigned the list. So I gave them the spelling test before they had had any chance to even learn the correct spelling of the word. I didn't even give them hints on it. And then the words that they all 3 got correct, I left off, and we got a couple new words, and I made sure that none of them were able to spell those. And you start from there and give them hopefully stuff relevant. I think 5 is too small unless they have to give a definition, and the kids I'm working with, 10 years old, they know what definition is now, but when I first got them and I say define whatever, and their eyes spin. They don't even know what the word define means. So at the age of 12 for sure, 14 for sure, make them do the definition and the word. Then probably 5 to 10 words is fair. But if it's just a spelling list, 10 to 15 might be fair. So whatever number you settle on is practical, though. The key is if it's practical to get them words that they don't know and can't spell. That's the best thing to do. Individualized lists is extra insane, especially if you have more than a half dozen kids or something like that. It's got to be a list generally for everybody, generally with words that they don't all know, which means that they all get to progress all the time. And that's the key, is that nobody gets left behind. Unlike George Bush's fraudulent, bureaucratic bungling, I'm actually making a system here where no child gets left behind.